executive recruiter. I'm here to tell you the game has completely changed. I've seen it firsthand. The old hiring playbook, it's obsolete. So let's break down the new rules, the new reality of finding top talent in the age of AI. First things first, to really get a grip on where this is all headed, we need to understand the new machine that's being built. Let's take a look at the recruitment process we all thought we knew and see how technology has just completely rebuilt it from the ground up. Okay, so this wheel here, this is the world I grew up in as a recruiter. It was deliberate, a human-powered process of identifying, searching, screening, and interviewing. But today, that manual cycle has been totally transformed into this automated, high-speed funnel where algorithms are now driving almost every single stage. So why this huge shift? What's driving all this? Well, it all comes down to the undeniable promise of AI, the potential to solve some of our oldest, most time-consuming problems with absolutely incredible efficiency. And believe me, the numbers are just staggering. In my own world of executive search, AI has slashed the research and development work by up to 80%. We're seeing time to hire cut by as much as 86% in some areas. And that mountain of resumes, screening time is down by 75%. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a complete revolution in productivity. So how in the world does it do all this? Well, modern AI is way beyond just scanning for keywords. It's pulling data from everywhere, LinkedIn, GitHub, you name it, to build this incredibly rich profile of a candidate. It actually understands the context of skills and can spot promising career paths that even a seasoned recruiter like me might miss. It's even using predictive analytics to try and forecast who's going to be successful. And that really gets us to the heart of it, doesn't it? This is the question my clients and my candidates are all asking. What does it actually mean for your career when that first critical judgment is being made by an algorithm? Okay, check out this table. It really breaks down the old world versus the new. The old applicant tracking systems, the ATS, were pretty dumb. They were binary. You either had the keyword or you didn't. But look at the AI column. Today's AI is contextual. It doesn't just see the word Python. It understands the difference between you just listing it as a skill versus you actually demonstrating that in a project on GitHub, and it scores that way higher. It's looking at your career progression, not just counting the years, and it creates this composite score that literally ranks you against every other applicant. But here's the thing, and this is a big one. We've hit this paradox with AI in hiring. The very same tools that promise to make everything faster and more objective can actually introduce brand new risks and amplify them at a massive scale. On the one hand, AI can be a huge force for good. I mean, by anonymizing applications, some studies show it boosts callbacks for women by 15% and for people of color by 17%. That's amazing. But here's the flip side. If you train that same AI on biased historical data, which, let's be honest, most companies have, it will learn and then amplify those biases, penalizing people with career gaps or those who didn't go to an elite university. And this leads to something that's, honestly, it's kind of wild. I see it every single day. We're in a new arms race where my client's AI is basically interviewing the candidate's AI. On one side, you've got the employers with their heavy artillery, tools like Seekout that build these incredibly detailed profiles from public data. But candidates, they're fighting back with their own AI arsenal. Tools like SkillSyncer and ChatGPT can create a perfectly tailored, keyword-stuffed application in seconds. The result? It's getting so much harder to tell who's genuinely skilled versus who's just really good at using AI. And it gets even crazier. We're not just talking about embellished resumes anymore. We're talking about straight-up fraud. Deep fakes. Yeah, candidates using AI to impersonate someone else in a live video interview. It sounds like something out of a movie, but it is a real, growing threat that has already hit hundreds of companies in the US. So, if you're a candidate out there, especially at the executive level, How on earth do you navigate all this? Because the old playbook is useless. You need a new one right now. All right, first things first, you have to fight fire with fire. I tell all my candidates to use AI to their own advantage. Don't let an algorithm knock you out because of a career gap. Use a tool to find those gaps and then proactively reframe them. The AI can help you find the right language to turn a sabbatical or freelance gig into a compelling story about growth and skill building before a recruiter ever sees it. Next up, and this is non-negotiable, your digital footprint is your new first impression. Get this, over 40% of employers will not even bother to interview someone they can't find online. This completely changes the old vetting process. You have to be curating your online presence because I guarantee you both AI and human recruiters are looking. And hey, if there's something negative out there, don't run from it. Own it. And here's a big one. What it means to be a qualified leader has fundamentally changed. It's not just about your past job titles anymore. Companies now expect their executives to have AI literacy, to be able to lead teams that are using these tools. They expect data fluency and a real grasp of systems thinking. These are the new must-haves. Okay, so let's flip the script and talk about my side of the desk. Because for recruiters and HR folks, our jobs are also going through a massive shift. We are not being replaced, but our roles are absolutely being redefined. This slide right here, it just nails the transition. In the past, we were the sourcers, the networkers, manually digging for talent. Now, our job is to be curators of the lists that AI generates. We have to be validators who can check the machine's work. And we have to be technologists who know how to deploy these tools strategically. So, for companies, what separates the winners from the losers? It's not who has the most AI, it's who has the best governance. You have to audit your tools, you have to demand that your vendors can explain how their algorithms work, and you always have to keep a human in the loop for that final decision. And be transparent with candidates. This isn't just good advice, it's quickly becoming the law. So where does this all leave us? It's not some scary battle of humans versus machines. It's really a new, much more collaborative way of thinking about the future of work. The model that's really working is something people are calling the Centaur model. Think about it. AI is the powerful workhorse, doing all the heavy lifting, the massive data sourcing and screening. This frees up us humans to focus on what we actually do best, building relationships, using empathy, and making those complex, nuanced judgments that a machine just can't. A colleague of mine put it perfectly the other day. They said, it speeds up the funnel, but you can't take your hands off the wheel. And that's exactly it. AI gives us this incredible speed and leverage, but human oversight, human judgment, that remains absolutely critical. And that's really the final question, isn't it? For every leader, every hiring manager, every single candidate. In this new world of hiring, are you actively steering the technology and shaping your own path? Or are you just along for the ride?